What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at y'all again with that fire as always. Spitting the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Let's get into it. So we got a big fight coming up, y'all. March 30th. I already talked about how big a card this is going to be as Amazon Prime and the PBC kick off their year with their partnership. Talked about Rolly and Pitbull Cruz, but the main event brings back one of my favorite fighters to watch, Keith One-Time Thurman. And he's bringing all the theatrics at the press conference. He's hyped. He's ready to go. He's focused as he tells us. But that's the problem with Keith. He sounds like he's talking a good game, but what Keith are we going to get? I hope we get the best because I want an exciting fight. He's fighting Tszyu, and Tszyu has been building a reputation for himself, doing his thing at 154 pounds. This fight has to be at 155 pounds due to the fact that the sanctioning bodies was going to want Tszyu to have to fight one of his mandatories, and he wanted to get this big name on his resume. Having the opportunity to fight Keith, it'll be the biggest name on Tszyu's resume, and he wants to put him down and make a statement. So it's going to be a legit fight. It's worthy of watching. Even though the belt isn't technically on the line, it's still legit. Pride is on the line. That's what's on the line. Now, Tszyu has fought 13 times since 2019. He's been active, been trying to stay active. He's been chasing Jamel Charlo and hasn't had his opportunity to get at him yet at 154 pounds. But he's quickly building a name for himself and having people question whether or not he's the best fighter at 154 pounds. He fought 4 times in 2019, and then from there he fought twice the next year, 3 times the year after that. Then he only fought once, but then he came right back 3 times in 2023, and here we are in 2024. 13 fights since 2019. What's Keith Thurman been doing since 2019? Well, he fought twice in 2019 and then didn't fight again until 2022 against Mario Barrios. Worthy opponent, but inactivity's been Keith's thing. Before 2019, he hadn't fought much since 2019. He had taken a year off in 2018. He's got 2 big names on his resume, obviously, in Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. And at one point, Keith was thought of as the best boxer at 147 pounds. And then Terrence Crawford and Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence came up to 147 and changed that, combined with Keith's inactivity. But Keith and the amateurs fought at 155, so he's going back home, so to speak. And since he's gotten older, I'm sure he'll be quite comfortable at 155, so that's not going to be a problem. So how does this fight shake out? Well, it's going to be a difficult one. I'm going to give y'all my breakdown of who I think wins later on down the line, but I think it'll be a good one. I'm thinking it'll go to distance, but Tszyu, it won't be for lack of effort. He likes to, for those that don't know, he likes to get in close quarters with you and throw some serious blows with bad intentions. He's got about a 70.5-inch arm reach, 5'9", so that gives him about 1.5 inch height advantage and 1.5 inch reach advantage on Keith Thurman. But it's the styles that make fights. And Tszyu gets in close. He likes to exchange sometimes, go tit for tat. He can take a punch and he can counter. Got a mean 1-2 combination. The jab setting up the cross right. He likes to throw the hook, likes to throw the uppercut. That right uppercut can be deadly. And he wants to put you out. 24 wins, 17 by way of KO in his career. Now, Keith got 30 wins, 22 by way of knockout. They used to call him One Time for a reason. He had some heavy hands, but as of late, we've been yet to see One Time. We just want to see him fight one time. typically. But Keith has good boxing ability. I know Sean Porter has gone on record saying he expects if Keith comes in correct to beat Tszyu. We'll see. Inactivity sometimes rears its ugly head, and that could be the main reason that Keith can't get it done. Not to mention Tim is hungry. And if he gets Keith into an exchange, can he hurt Keith? I don't think Keith has been known for not having a chin. I think he can take a few punches. But the main thing that Keith has to his advantage is his footwork. He's got better footwork than Tszyu. He likes to move and not run, but stay on the move. He was able to use that to his advantage to fight Manny Pacquiao to almost a draw, even though he lost that fight. And that was an aged Manny Pacquiao, but Manny was still had the respect of boxers that he was legit. And Keith fought a good fight. But that's his only loss to the great Manny Pacquiao. So coming up to 154 and doing some damage to Tszyu, well, 155 as the fight is going to be at. Won't be a shock, but it will be a sight for sore eyes on my part to see Keith back in the ring and doing his thing. But I wish Tszyu the best. I just really want a good fight. What do y'all think's going to happen in this fight? Who wins? And whose style is the most dangerous for the other fighter? Let me know what y'all think. All right, that's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know who you looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. Catch me on YouTube, Instagram, X, and TikTok.